Hi, I'm Susan. Thank you for joining me for Christina Phipps Chair Yoga today. I'd like to remind you that this is your practice and you should do whatever feels best for your body. I am just here to guide you on what I hope will be a relaxing time where we get to enjoy the movement in our bodies and have a little bit of rest and relaxation. First thing we want to do is make sure that we're sitting in a steady chair. If your chair has wheels, make sure they can be locked. Otherwise, you just want to be in a chair. My chair happens to have arms. That's okay. We'll work with that. But if you have a chair without arms, you've got a little bit more freedom of movement. And our first pose is going to be coming into sitting mountain. So sitting mountain is an active pose. You might not think that you're going to be very active when you're sitting in a chair, but we're going to bring the action to our chair so that all the poses that we're doing do have some kind of activity today. So in order to come into sitting mountain, we want to press our feet into the floor. Think about the mound behind your big toe, the mound behind your little toe, and the center of your heel. And we're going to press those 3 points into the floor. By doing that, you should feel the muscles in your leg engaging, your thighs up into your core. Now, your core is not only just the muscles here in front of you, it goes all the way around your entire body. So as you're thinking about engaging your core muscles, lift your spine, maybe roll your shoulders back and down, lift your head, crown reaching towards the ceiling, broad shoulders. And we'll pause here for a moment. Notice the engagement in your legs, up into your upper body, your shoulders, and your head. Now, holding that engagement, just stop and pause for a moment, noticing your breath. Just notice the breath coming in and out of your body. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose or your mouth, whichever is comfortable for you. And if you like, you can place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and feel the breath coming and going from your body. You really want the breath to come down into the belly, not just in the upper chest. So notice how the rest of your body feels. See if there's anything that needs particular attention that you might want to really pay attention to. And we'll go ahead and begin. Gently turn your head to one side so that your gaze is directed over your shoulder. Come center and turn your head to the opposite direction, gaze going over the opposite shoulder. Come center. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Come center. Inhale as you turn your head. Pause. Exhale. Come center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take your chin towards your chest. You'll probably feel a lengthen in the back of your neck, a lengthening. Lift your head up, lift your gaze up. Don't take your gaze any higher than where the walls and the ceiling come together I don't want you dropping your head too far back so that we don't put any pressure on the blood vessels at the back of our neck and our head. Chin towards chest. Come up, lifting your gaze. One more time, chin to chest. And come up, lifting your gaze. So now we want to take our ear towards our shoulder. Whichever side you go to is fine. It doesn't matter. We're going to do both sides. Drop your chin towards your collarbone. Roll your head so that your chin is coming towards your chest. Then your chin ends up by your collarbone. Take your ear towards your opposite shoulder. Now we're just going to do that a couple of times. Chin towards collarbone. Roll your head towards the opposite side. Chin to your opposite collarbone. Ear to shoulder. And you can do that with your breath a few more times. Feeling the stretch in your neck. And then when that feels complete, come center. Go ahead, roll your shoulders back and down. You can release your hands towards the floor. And then reverse direction, rolling your shoulders the opposite direction. Place your right hand on your left knee. It can go to the outside of your knee. Your left hand on your right knee. And now we're just going to do some movements that's going to involve our whole upper body. Take your right arm up, the bottom arm. Lift your arm up as far as it's comfortable. You can direct your gaze towards your fingertips and then come back down. Make this a full upper body movement. As you're doing this, your chest is moving, shoulders are moving back, gaze following your fingertips. Come back down, and we'll just move with your breath from side to side, braiding your arms, bringing this movement to your upper body. Paying attention to how this feels, modifying it for whatever your needs are today. What you need today might not be what you needed yesterday. Definitely might not be what you need tomorrow. So we're just finding the movements that feel good in our bodies today. And one more time on each direction. And come center. Come back up. Make sure you're in your seated mountain pose with active legs, engaged core, spine tall, broad shoulders. Now drop one hand, and we're going to move in a flow from side to side. You can move with your breath for this side to side movement, whatever feels comfortable for you. If extending your arms like this doesn't feel good, you can do a little opposite. Take a modified pose. Modifications are good. And then come back center. And now we're going to work on a twist. So I don't want you to use your arms to force your body any deeper into the twist. You can lightly place one hand on the outside of the opposite thigh, and this hand can go on the side of the chair, seat of the chair, the back of the chair, and just turn with your upper body, bringing in a twist. And breathe. Come center. We're going to twist to the opposite direction. And breathe. Come center. And go back to the first direction. Come center. Opposite side. Now, as our bodies are warming up and our twist might deepen a little bit, not because we're using our arms, just because the muscles are stretching a little further, you can direct your gaze over your left shoulder if that's comfortable for you. Come back center. One more time. Come center. And to your opposite side. Release that. And we're going to work on cow and cat. So that cow and cat is a movement of the spine. I'll turn my chair sideways so you can see a little better what my back is doing. So cat, bringing your chest forward. You can press your hands forward on your knees, and we're rounding the back. Head comes down. And cow, lift up, slide your arms closer to your body so that we've got a small back bend in our back. Broad shoulders. You can just move between the two. This doesn't have to be a big movement. This could be a pretty small movement. There is a small cat and a small cow. Notice there is very little difference between those. So if that's the movement that feels right for your body, feel free to do that today. Or we can come into a bigger cat or cow. If you'd like to bring more movement in, extend your arms for cow. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, rounding your back for cat. So 2 more times. Whatever cow and cat movement feels right for your body today. And then come center, making sure that you're returning to your seated, active seated position. Legs engaged. Shoulders over your hips, long spine, broad shoulders. We're going to do something for our hands today. Go ahead and take a look at your hands. My fingers are a little cool and kind of pale. So first of all, we're just going to rub our hands together, just generating a little bit of warmth. If you've got glasses on, you can take your glasses off. Go ahead and continue rubbing your palms together so that we're generating some warmth in our hands. Once it feels like you've got some heat build up in your palms, go ahead and place your palms anywhere where you might be feeling a challenge today. If your eyes are tired, you can cover your eyes. Maybe your hands cup over your eyes, and you can rapidly blink your eyes so that you can feel the eyelashes tickling your palms. And if it feels like they cool down, come back to this friction movement, rubbing our palms together. You can rub your hand on your leg, if that's the option that you have. Rubbing your palms together generate heat. If you have pain in your lower back or a challenge in your lower back today, you can place your warm palms on your lower back, on your shoulder, any place that might be giving you a challenge today that might feel better with a little bit of heat, your own body heat, and massage. Right, so come back to your palms. Take your hands so that you want to rotate your hands so that the flesh between the thumb and the index finger is going to tap together. Now we want to move both hands at the same time. It's not one hand moving into the other, it's both hands moving at the same time. And we're going to do this movement for 24 times. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now stop, pull your hands apart, and reverse direction. So that now we're going to do this again on the opposite side with the other hand dominant over what was probably your dominant hand to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Bring your hands together, fingers spread apart so that we're interlacing our fingers. Now, before we begin, stop and look at your fingers and see how they naturally went together. This is how you do this without thinking about it. For me, it's my right index finger that is my top finger closest to me. So we're gonna just pull our fingers apart and together 24 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now we're going to spread your fingers apart, shift your fingers so that now your opposite index finger, in my case, it's my left index finger, is the one that's on top. This is going to feel very awkward. Your mind isn't used to your fingers interlacing this way. So this is a combination of bringing our mind and our body together and having to think about what we're doing, not just doing what comes naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now take your hands, one hand down, the palm facing towards the ground. Flip your opposite hand so the palm is facing up and the two backs of your hands are together. So now, once again, moving both hands at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now testing that mind-body connection again, we're going to flip hands. Your top hand becomes your bottom hand. Your bottom hand becomes your top hand, and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Good. So now this time, if you have any rings on your fingers, like I do, I would suggest try turning your rings so that any stones are on the inside of your fingers so that you don't hurt yourself, poke yourself with your ring. So make a fist with one hand. I'm making a fist with my left hand and flattening out my right hand. So my right hand is just palm and the fingertips flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now we're going to change hands. Fist in the right hand, left hand is flat, fingertips. If you need to switch your ring back around because you don't want to hit it on your flat hand, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now that we've done this, take a look at your hands. Maybe rub them together. They're a little bit warmer and a little bit pinker. So we've brought more blood flow to the hands. All right, as we continue working down our body, we're going to lift up one of our legs, interlace your fingers underneath your knee. And if you like, you can bring your leg in towards your chest. Just give it a nice squeeze if you want to. Totally optional. But what I do want you to do, lift your leg up so that your arms are holding your foot, your leg. Your leg isn't going to do any of this work. We're going to work on rotating the leg in the hip joint, which is a ball and socket joint. That helps the hip go in all the directions that we need the hip to go. And then reverse direction. And then if you need to shake out your hands, feel free to go ahead and do that. And come back to lifting up your leg. And this time, we want to flex our knee. So up and down, flexing your knee. Your knee only goes in one direction. So this is the movement that we're bringing to our knee. And then go ahead, point and flex your foot to move your ankle. You can draw circles with the ankle because the ankle does go in more directions than just pointing and flexing. And reverse that circle. And wiggle your toes. And you can put your foot down. Shake out your arms. And we'll go to the opposite leg. Interlace your fingers under your leg. And we'll begin by rotating from the hip joint. Reverse direction. And if you need to, you can shake out your hands, shake out your arms, and come back. We're going to move the knee Circle the ankle. Point and flex the foot. Wiggle your toes. And put your foot back down. Go ahead and just rub your legs. You can rub the top, rub underneath the bottom. Bring some movement around your knee. Don't move your kneecap or your patella. You can just circle around the kneecap. And if you like, you can pinch around it, just going in a circle around your kneecap. Rub your leg, the front and the back. Just kind of moving along the surface of the skin, just rubbing our legs. Forget the kneecap or around the knee. Don't move the kneecap. And then bring your arms out. Go ahead and wrap your arms around your chest. Give yourself a really big hug. Open your arms. You can come into cactus arms. This time we're going to bring our arms together. If you can, bring your elbows, your forearms, your wrist, and your hands together and open together and open together and open. Good job. All right, so now we're going to work on our balance. So go ahead and come up to a seated position or standing position and come behind your chair. This is still a chair yoga class, so I want you to know you've always got your chair here for support. You can place your hands on the back of the chair, both hands, one hand, your fingertips, two fingertips, whatever you need to do in order to feel support from your chair. I'm going to come in front so you can see what I'm doing. And as soon as you come off the ground with your foot, you're in a balancing pose. So first of all, what we want to do is come into a standing mountain pose. We worked on seated mountain. Now we're going to work on standing mountain. So as you can imagine, the same 3 press points in our feet are going to press into the ground, really attaching us to the ground. Strong legs. Feel the muscles in your legs activate, muscles in your core, long spine, broad shoulders, head lifting towards the ceiling. You can place your hands wherever you like, on the chair for support or out to the side. Get grounded in one foot. I'm really pressing my left foot down into the ground, and I'm getting ready to come to the toe of my right foot. So now I'm on the toe of my right foot, and I'm just going to lift my foot up off the ground. You can use your arms however you need to for balance. If you need to move your arms, that's fine. Or if you're holding on to the chair, that's fine too. And release that. Walk out your legs. And now get strong and grounded into the floor with your opposite foot. So my right foot is grounded into the floor. I'm coming to the toes of my left foot. I'm just coming up off the floor. So I'm now in a balancing pose. The next tip I'd like to offer you for helping maintain balance is find a drishti or a gazing point to look at, something that's not going to move. By locking your gaze on one area that's not going to move, it'll help you keep your balance. And come out of the pose. Walk out your legs if you need to. So we know we can use our arms however we need to for balance. We now have our gazing point. So get strong in your first leg again. Ground it into the floor. Come to the toe. Lift your leg up. As soon as your foot comes off the ground, you're in a balancing pose. And then the third tip that I want to offer you for keeping your balance is don't fight the wobble. If you try to stop the wobble, that'll make it harder to balance. But if you give into the wobble, you'll always come back to center. And release that. Walk out your legs if you need to. Get strong in your second leg. Prepare for your, in this case, my left leg to come off the ground. So I'm using my arms. I found a gazing point. And embrace the wobble. If you fall out of the pose, that's fine. Just come back into it. And release that. Good job on your balancing today. Okay, go ahead and take a seat back in your chair. Sit back in your chair now. We're going to relax with a full body scan. So first of all, bring movement to your arms, your legs, your feet, your hands. Turn your head from side to side. And then slowly settle everything down. Rest your feet on the ground. Your back pressing into the back of the chair. Your hands, wherever it's comfortable, in your lap, on the chair, on the arms of the chair. And you can close your eyes if that's comfortable, or just have a downward gaze. Move your toes, wiggle your toes around. And then go ahead and bring stillness to your toes and your feet. Take your body's attention to your ankles. Relax your ankles. Bring your attention to your lower legs. Relax your lower legs. Bring your attention to your knees. Relaxing your knees. Bring your attention to your upper legs. Relax your legs. Make sure your back is pressing deeply into the back of the chair. Maybe relax your shoulder blades. Are they pressing into the chair or are they above the chair? Just notice where they are in relation to how you're sitting. Relax your shoulders. Make sure they're pulling away from your ears. Bring your attention to your upper arms. Relax your upper arms. Bring your attention to your forearms. Relax your forearms. Open and close your fingers. Relax your hands. and your wrists, your shoulders, your jaw. Release any tension you might feel around your ears and your brow. Now just pay attention to your breath coming in and out of your body. Take slow, deep breaths. If your mind brings you any thoughts, just tell that thought, I see you, and release it and come back to your breath. Slowly, and when you're ready, begin to come back to the space. Keep your gaze soft down to the floor. Bring movement to your arms, your hands, your legs, your feet. Turn your head from side to side. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Thank you for practicing with me today.